Now I'm going to show you how to tie Garry Dog. I've already got the thread on the hook. It's a partridge code P hook. Just going to tie in some oval tinsel on the way down. It's medium oval tinsel. And we form a tag with that once we get to the bottom. If you turn the thread all the way down to just about the hook bar, stop there and bring it back up again, and then 3 touching turns of the tinsel is sufficient there. Tie it off. Sometimes when I'm tying this fly I use white thread to begin with, since it means that there are any gaps in the silver tinsel it doesn't show, and also because we're putting on a yellow butt, it allows the yellow floss to show up a bit better. So if you wind the thread forward a little bit and then catch in a strand of yellow floss and just catch it in underneath. You don't need to leave too much space there because 2 or 3 turns of this is enough. Turn 3 turns down. Turns back up again. And just tie that off. And move your loose hands. Now the tail of this fly is a golden pheasant crest feather. This can be a little bit tricky to tie on. I usually just take off the flue at the bottom of the feather. The feather should extend just beyond the bends of the hooks, beyond and above the bends of the hooks. That looks quite right. Just wind that forward a little bit and catch in some ostrich herl. I don't always put this on when I'm doing this fly, but it is worthwhile showing you, I think. So stick thread down to the floss and back up again, and then 3 or so turns of the ostrich herl. And then just before we run the thread up to the top of the hook, we put on our silver tinsel for the rib. And then just tidy up these loose ends. Because it's a floss body, it's worth taking a little bit of care and taking these off, since you want as smooth a body as possible. Just run the thread up then towards the eye. Remember to leave enough room at the front for the hair that has to be tied in there. And then we'll just catch in some black floss, which we'll use to make the body. Catch that in there. And take that down. The shank of the hook. ostrich. Careful not to flatten that. And then take that back up again. Take off the loose ends. And just take your rib. And as usual, 5 turns or so should be enough. Just trim off that little tag of tinsel. Now when we're doing the throat hackle in this fly, I usually just turn the fly over like that, and I'm using blue guinea fowl for this. You can use blue jay if you wish, but I find that the guinea fowl is very good as good. You want to end up with the fibres of the feather down into the cape of the hook. Isn't that right? Just tie that off. Just check and see if that's going to work okay. Looks fine. And one more turn. And then just take that off. There. Now, this fly uses red and yellow, bleached and dyed squirrel hair. You don't need as much red as you do yellow. So if you think you've got too much, just take a little bit of it out. And the fibres of that should stretch back just as far as the golden peasant. Press that. Pull it under the I think it's too far. And then take some yellow squirrel. Again, I would err on the side of a light dressing rather than a heavy dressing. Just take out some of those fibres. Place that on top of the rib. Again, a few turns to secure it. And once you've got them secured, then take your scissors and snip them off just as tight as you can. And once I've got that far, I usually put in just a little dab of varnish before tying off the head, and that just gives them a little bit of extra security. And when you're doing the head, just run your thread down to the eye. And back up again until you've got a nice shaped head. Once you've done that, take your whip finish tool and the usual finish. You usually use 5 turns. Cut off your thread. varnish. As I've said previously, I usually put 3 on, but usually in about 24 hours between the coats. And that's Garrydog. Garrydog is a very good fly for dropping spates whenever the water's still a little bit coloured. And that's it.